The Fjord is a tributary of the Sogna Fjord. At the end of this tributary is the town of Flam. Flam means little place between steep mountains, and the name certainly fits. During the 1800s, cruise ships with English and German passengers would come here to experience the Norwegian fjords, mountains, and waterfalls. Over the years, this tourism has steadily grown, and now Flam is one of the most popular cruise ship destinations, with over 130 ships visiting each year. The port of Flam is a mecca for shopping, with one of Norway's largest gift stores, Saga Souvenir, founded by local businessman Siver Vangen, featuring competitive prices on everything from Norwegian knitwear to jewelry. To really experience Flam, there's no better place to stay than the Fjord Retreat. This charming home sits right on the fjord. In true Norwegian fashion, the home is sparkling clean and tastefully decorated with traditional furnishings. Visitors can use this as a resting place after a day of hiking in the mountains, or simply enjoy the peace and solitude of this idyllic spot. The view could not be better, with cruise ships passing and dolphins swimming in the fjord. Flam is the birthplace of Arne Brekke. His childhood home sits below the cascading Brekke Falls. Arne emigrated to the USA in 1949 to study. After earning his PhD, he began teaching Germanic languages at the University of North Dakota. In order to finance his education, Arne began taking guided tours to Norway. Brekke Tours was born and has evolved into a thriving tour business, taking people all over Europe and Scandinavia. Arne has worked tirelessly to collect information on families and farms in Norway and to make sure that the young generation of Norwegian Americans don't lose sight of their heritage. Today, Norway is a country of innovation and relative luxury, but it's easy to be reminded of the hard life that used to exist here. An example of this can be seen in the cluster of farms at Otterness. Here stand unchanged the homes and outbuildings of 4 families who worked together to scratch out their living. Until 1970, their tools were the plow and scythe. Traces of settlement in this area have been found dating back to 300 AD. Every bit of available land was needed to grow grass, wheat, and barley to sustain their livestock. Their primary product was butter, and they used this as a form of cash to trade for things they could not produce. As the snow melted, the women and children would follow the cows up into the mountains in search of grazing, while the men stayed at the farm to put up hay, chop wood, and perform farm maintenance. In 1844, the first person emigrated to America from this area. Soon letters arrived telling of vast tracts of land in America that could be had for a good price. Over the next 20 years, 1 in 3 people from this area emigrated to America. The last family to live on the farm moved in 1982. Now the farm operates as a living museum, demonstrating handcrafts and traditional food. Flam is the home of the world-famous Flamsbane, or Flam's Railway. Construction on the Flam Railway began in 1923. It was needed to connect fjord access with the railway running from Bergen to Oslo. The Flamsbane is a marvel of engineering. In order to traverse the steep mountains, the rail had to be built with many hairpin turns through mountain tunnels. These tunnels were manually excavated. Each meter of tunnel took a month of labor. The danger of rock slides and avalanches was huge. In order to make the line safe, it had to cross the river and valley 3 different times. But instead of building a bridge over the river was diverted to tunnels constructed through the mountain. The railway rises over 860 meters in 20 kilometers, and at its steepest point has a grade of 5.5%. The railway was scheduled to be completed in 1942, but with the German occupation of Norway, the German authorities wanted to speed that up so they could use the line to transport war materials. It was temporarily opened on the 1st of August, 1940, to steam engines, but was electrified by 1944. The train stops at the mighty Sjofossen, where you may catch a glimpse of a hulder. This beautiful girl with long flowing hair is a creature from Norwegian folklore. Her manner and loveliness are irresistible, but hidden under her dress is her tail, discovered all too late by men who succumb to her seduction. Once she has lured her young man into the forest, she won't let him go unless he agrees to marry her.
While I'm sleeping, so that wagon tongues might not find you, my
Once you arrive in Myrdal, you can take a connecting train to Bergen or Oslo, or you can return to Flam on the Flamsbane.